I've said for a long time, if you grew up in Buckingham Palace, none of this would be new. You'd have grown up knowing that this is how business is done. It's state's business. And that's one of my points for tonight. I've told people for a long time, I'm a businessman that learned the law. Well, that's no different than the founders of the United States of America. They were businessmen that learned the law, or they were lawyers that were doing business. But either way, they were very versed in the law of nations. They were dealing with the government. They were running the colonies for the king. And running something means, okay, what stores need to be built? What roads need to be built? What kind of legislation needs to be passed for these people? So that if somebody murders somebody, we know what's going to happen. If they steal from somebody, we know what's going to happen, because we're dictating those things for those people as a part of the society that we have founded, as a part of the society that we put together, as a part of the society we're building. And when I say we're building it, they didn't respect the common man. The common man knew nothing about the law. Some of the common men didn't know much anything about business either. So you were still in that master-slave relationship, which I just talked to Gary the other day, and Gary and I've been friends for years. Gary lives in California. If anybody's been on my website for any length of time, they've heard Gary and I in conversations. And he's a JD. He never became an attorney. But they used to teach this in school when he was there, that under corpus juris secunda, they taught master-slave relationship, and they told everybody, well, the new master-slave relationship today is employer-employee. But even then, the employers have to be licensed by the state. So they have no autonomy either. They service the state as part of the doctrine of e pluribus unum. And so even on the trip down here today, I was puzzling over what it is that people think that they've done, let's say in the past 5 years or 10 years or 2 years, pick any period of time you want, that you've personally done for your own freedom to build something. Not just to sit around and gripe and complain as I used to when I left and moved to St. Kitts, because I moved to St. Kitts for the reason I hear everybody else wanting to. They usurped my rights. They took my rights away. They've done this. So whatever they and whoever they are, that someone else did something to me. And complaining about it was getting me nowhere. I went to St. Kitts because I wanted what other people said they want. They want to be left alone. And of course, after all the years of doing this, I kind of finally came up with another maxim about this whole thing of being left alone. And this is planet Earth. No one's ever been left alone. It's not the way it works here. And that's the reason why I brought up this whole thing about the HRs. And Brian, at this point, I'd like for you to read the list, starting with 550 and going on down.
It says, while people were busy making summer plans, Congress was quietly making their own. Since they're not busy enough, Congress will be discussing the following legislations today. H.R. 550, the Immunization Infrastructure Modernization Act. H.R. 951, the Maternal Vaccinations Act. H.R. 979, the Vaccine Fairness Act. H.R. 1452, to direct the Secretary of Health and Human Services to publish the formula the Secretary uses to determine the allocation of.
If you're enjoying the content on this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any future updates. We live in a world now where propaganda and censorship are the rule of the day. YouTube presentations, Facebook presentations, or any other presentation will not have completed information. If you'd like to see a complete interview, plus more content like this, then please subscribe to my Patreon, David Williams Unleashed, and then check out our membership site, Get Out of the System, because you can't get out of this system until you get the system out of you. Thanks for watching.